Are you setting up a Performance Max campaign but leaving the audience signals blank because you're just not sure what they actually do? Well, you're not alone. Audience signals are one of the most misunderstood features in Google Ads right now. Some people think they're kind of targeting, others think they don't matter. Both are wrong, and if you're not using them the right way, you're leaving sales and conversions on the table. So let's clear something up. Audience signals are not your traditional targeting like your other campaigns you may have running. Google doesn't show ads only to those audiences that you put in here. Instead, they're more like a starting point, a training wheel for the algorithm. Think of them like guardrails in bowling. So when you launch a Performance Max campaign, Google's system doesn't know where to go, and audience signals help it find your best customers faster by telling it, hey Google, these are the types of people that tend to convert, so maybe it's best to start here, but it is not limited to that. So when you use audience signals strategically, Google learns quicker. You waste less budget in the testing phase and you see better results sooner, especially if you don't have a ton of conversion data yet. So I've seen campaigns go from 0 to profitable in half the time just by adding smart audience signals. So what do you include in your audience signals? Well, here's what a strong audience signal could look like. The first is search themes, as you can see here. Think of it like keywords, but it's not bound by keywords like a traditional search campaign would be. So here where you would put in your best keywords and as many keywords as you think are relevant, that are the best keywords that relate to your business. The second will be your data, which is your retargeting data. So make sure you include the people who've been to your website before, the people who've already converted, and any kind of remarketing lists that you can add so Google kind of knows who your past visitors were. So Performance Max will directly retarget, but it still uses this data to shape its learning. The other type of audience signals you could add would be custom segments, so people who are searching for your competitors, as well as affinity and in-market segments as well. You can also include demographics like age, gender, household income, only if you know your top converting group. These signals don't limit your reach, they guide the machine towards what is likely to work best. Here's a pro tip. Make sure you test different signals in different asset groups. So if you want to take this to the next level, as I said, test multiple asset groups with each asset group having a different audience signal, so you'll be able to compare the data as to which persona works better. Maybe your best converting audience isn't the one that you thought it would be. So this is where you can get a huge edge over your competitors who are just letting Google guess. So if you're launching a Performance Max campaign without audience signals, it's kind of like sending a salesperson into a city with no leads and no map. They may or may not figure it out eventually, but it'll take way longer, cost way more money, and you'll burn way more budget in the process. So you want to give the algorithm a head start, and it will reward you with faster and better results. So hopefully that clarifies how audience signals actually work. If you want to check out this next video of mine where I explain how to structure your asset groups the right way that can 4x your ROAS, I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you check out that video because structuring your asset groups is actually a very clever strategy to scaling your campaigns. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.